In the third part, we will focus on materials. The first thing we need to do is to uncheck the material override so we can see materials we're going to apply. We will start with black wood. Let's create Corona material, start interactive rendering and apply this to the model. Use almost black color. Make reflection about 0.5, as you would do with any other wood material, and glossiness about 0.7. This value will be changed depending on the properties of the wood. We will use the wood normal texture for this material. In order to apply this, we need a Corona normal map. Let's plug everything together. Next step is to map the texture correctly using UVW map. One by one works fine with this map. I want wood fibers to be vertical, so I need to rotate the gizmo. To add photorealism to the image, we will use some surface imperfection textures. You can find them on the Polygon website. This is a great source of textures. We use this a lot. Firstly, let's add a white map to reflection glossiness to create an uneven effect. This will simulate some smudges. Nothing is totally clear in the real life. We can use a color correction map to make the texture darker so the material will be more matte. Then I will change the opacity to make the map more subtle. We can also modify the color by adding the black map. Plug it into the diffuse slot and let's see how it works. Whites are definitely too strong, so we will use the mix map to make white parts darker. The key is to make the surface imperfection maps look very gentle. It's very easy to do too much. I like it. Now we are going to create the marble material. I will use the polygon texture. We'll start with a diffuse map. I want it less saturated. I will change this with the color correction map. Start interactive rendering and adjust the saturation value. I want this to be darker too. We can use the original texture to create a reflection gloss map by desaturating it completely. By changing brightness, we can make it less matte. Now when we added materials, the image is too dark. Let's make the sky more intense. About 4 looks good. The last part of the material is to add bump texture using Corona normal map like before. We have to constantly work on lighting during creating materials. The color of materials affects the lighting a lot. I don't like the bright reflection on the shelves, so we will block the sky using a simple box. Apply a gray material. The tap already had a material, but I will do this from scratch with you. Create a Corona material, add black color to the diffuse, make reflection 1 and adjust glossiness. If you want this darker, you can reduce the reflection level. Now I think the wood is too dark. Let's change the color. This affected the lighting again, so we need to lower the value in the light mix. Now I noticed that the part of marble material is too dark as well. This is an error created by a normal map. We can fix it by checking Add Gamma to Input in Corona Normal Map. To create the floor, we will use the same technique as in the living room. Let's add textures to the multi-texture map. We will change the color with the color correction map to make it grayer. Desaturate the texture completely and use it in the bump slot. We will add surface imperfections to the floor as well. Copy maps from wood material and apply it to the glossiness slot. We'll change the map channel to 2. Do the same in the UVW map and adjust the size. This way we will not affect the floorboard's textures, but we will be able to change the size and mapping of the surface imperfection texture. All done! See you in the next video.